Happy Friday. Thank you guys for joining me for a 60-minute yoga class. I do have some construction going on in the unit next to me, so hopefully the microphone does not pick up that construction noise, but it is quite loud in here, so I apologize if it's loud for you too. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutes to warm up our body, and then we'll hop into 26 into yoga. If any of class does not feel right for your body, remember that you can modify a posture, you can do something else, or you can skip it entirely. Yoga should be challenging, but we're never going to a point of pain or a point where we could cause harm to ourselves or others. For the sun salutes, you'll come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together. I'm going to stand back a bit and show you in periphery. Bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you were saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale, fold forward, arms with ears, knees can bend, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and lower down halfway like you're pulling yourself down. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees, take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Slowly exhale and fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, keep looking forward, put your hands on the floor and step back. Let's hold the plank for a moment. If that lowering down motion doesn't work for you, skip it, go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, imagine you're pulling yourself down to the floor, and then inhale, come up into your back bend. If you're doing up dog, try to get thighs off the floor. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog or sink your hips down for child's pose. If you're doing down dog, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Inhale, root to rise, lift up, arms with ears. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, lift your arms, look up. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Slowly exhale, step back. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog, shoulders out of ears, chest proud. Exhale, down dog, hips up. Try to get your heels to the floor if you're doing down dog. If your heels are not touching the floor, you can try taking a wider stance. If you have tight hamstrings, micro bend your knees. Otherwise, press the thighs back, lift your hips up, drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, hands together, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So we'll continue that consciousness of in and out breathing with pranayama, deep breathing. Come to the middle of your mat, feet together, toes, heels touch. You'll inhale through your nose, and this time exhale through your mouth. Feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs through your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale. Elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back, look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch, pointing to the wall in front of you. Inhale, head down, breathe in through your nose, down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide, slowly look back, slowly exhale, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, thighs tight, glutes tight, stomach in. Exhale, head up, weight stays in the heels, abdomen in, just the head drops back, no backward bending, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath of the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. Second set, feet together, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, bring all of your hands under, all of your knuckles, I should say, underneath your chin like glue, even the pinky fingers, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butts, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up, breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, HA, exhale, look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Elbows touch. 1. Inhale, head down. So in this breathing exercise, we're warming up our neck. We're warming up our shoulders, elbows up. We're using our breath to bring awareness to the body. Make sure the weight is in your heels. Feel your thighs, glutes, and abs firing. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. We're working on lung capacity. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push and squeeze. Inhale, head down. So we're working on lung capacity, but we're also learning how to breathe a little slower, longer, and deeper. Exhale, head up. So slowly head goes back, slowly exhale. Look back, keep exhaling, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, last breath in the second set. Make it the slowest, longest, deepest breath of your life. Chin down, elbows up, stomach in, full lungs. When you're ready, exhale, head up, take your time. Let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We'll continue Ardha Trikanasana with Kanasana, half moon with hands to feet pose. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight grip, stretch up, and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, press your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Keep the weight in your heels, press your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip a little forward to get your 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Your number 1 priority is your breath. Second priority is the form. Last is the depth. So once you can breathe, keep the weight in your heels, hips forward, biceps with ears, right hip a little forward, left shoulder a little forward. If you can keep this alignment, then you get a little deeper at the end. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. You can give your head a gentle shake, look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending, lower back, middle back, upper back. Keep the weight in your heels. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, arms of yours fold, knees can bend, hands to floor, drop your head, go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Kanasana, hands to feet closed, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. Roll forward, lift your hips, stretch your spine. Good, change, come up, arms to ears, knees can bend, try to come up with a flat back. Face, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Root down through your heels, stretch up through your chest. Imagine you're zipping everything in and up. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the right as you press your hips to the left. Maybe you get a little deeper in the second set, maybe you don't. You just want to use what you learned in the first set to inform the second. So if in the first one it was like really hard to breathe or you had to come out a little early, maybe that's a sign that you go a little slower. If first set was a walk in the park, you wanted it to last longer, maybe that's a sign you go a little deeper. Come down, push your hips to the left. Right shoulder a little forward, left hip a little forward, root down through your heels, lift up through your chest, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Stretching and pushing equal, simultaneous 50-50. Stretch your upper body to the left, push your hips to the right, don't collapse. Squeeze your left thigh, press your left bicep into left ear, continuously breathe in and out through your nose. Push your right hip a little forward, get your two hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, right rib cage back, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener, deep breath, pull on, squeeze your hands together. Keep your eyes open, relax your head back, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. Keep the weight in your heels. Press your thighs forward, squeeze your palms together, push your hands back, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Hands together as you go down. Hands to the floor, drop your head, go for another walk, move your hip, shake your head, and here we go. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from behind. All 10 fingers touching, pinky fingers touching, thumbs with index fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down, stomach to thighs, chest to knees, maybe face to the shins. Lift your shoulders, press your elbows back, pull on your heels, push your big toes down, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your knees. Change, come up, hands together, arms with ears, knees can bend. Lovely, arms down, and you let that go. Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right, 6 inches hip width distance, insides your feet parallel. Arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips forward, spread your toes wide. Now come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. Notice if your knees want to come in or out, point your toes and knees forward, heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body, stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down. Squeeze knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight from the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, knees together, thighs together, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, shoulders down, stand tall. Second set, step your right foot to the right. I'm going to show you from an angle. Insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor. Triceps tight, fingertips active, bend your knees, sit back and down. Stick your butt out, Fold forward, thighs parallel to the floor. Suck your stomach in and then your upper body back. Keep the weight in your heels. Think about moving your shins and knees back. Lift your chin up, chest up, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide, and then lift your heels, maybe a little higher in the second set. Heels up, spine straight, bend your knees, sit down, push the big toes down, keep lifting your heels, press your shins forward, knees forward, sit down, and change. Inhale to come up, last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down. Stop whenever you want. You can always put your hands on the floor to help you down too. Squeeze your knees together and forward. You want to keep a little bit of a gap between your heels and your butt so your legs stay active. Abdomen in, spine straight, fingertips and triceps firing. Change, slowly come up, knees together, good. Heels down, right foot back, shoulders down. Eagle pose, Gharasana, doing the right side first. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swing right arm under left arm. You can interlace fingers. You can have palms together, thumbs towards the nose. You can also grab a thumb or grab your shoulders. You can give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down, hips into a chair. Shift your weight to your left foot and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Right over left, cross twist, and eventually wrap your foot. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, left side. Swing your left arm under your right arm. Palms together, thumbs towards your nose. Remember, you can also interlock fingers or grab shoulders. Pull elbows down, sit back and down. Shift your weight to your right foot and bring your left leg over your right leg. And this side might feel a little or a lot different. It does for me, and that's okay. We're not symmetrical. Bring your knees a little to the left, upper body to the right. You want wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankle. Bring the weight back into your heel, sit down and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, second set. Bring right arm under left arm. Think bicep under tricep. Try to get fingers in line and wrists straight. It's a lifetime of work. Pull your elbows down, sit back and down, keep your hips low, and bring right leg over left leg. Think hamstring over quadricep. Notice if your knees twist to one side. You're gonna push your left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward. Bring your shin back so the weight is in your heel. Sit down, stick your butt out a little bit, and then arch your upper body back. Do a little back bend. Change, feet together, arms over your head. Last one, showing from side. Left arm under right arm. Pull elbows down so you can stick your butt out to sit down. Stay down there and bring left leg over right leg. Cross, twist, and breathe. We're transitioning into the balancing part of class. Sometimes when we balance, we get really serious, and sometimes we even forget to breathe. Seal your lips, relax your jaw. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Sit down and lean back. Change. Feet together, arms over your head. Exhale, arms down. Party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. Hey, Davis. Okay. Let us continue. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Jani Sharasana. Fall out 5 times, hop back in 6. Shift your weight to your left leg. So your big toe points forward, lock your left leg. Lift your right leg up and point your toes. Flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, round down and pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece lamppost unbroken. You have no knee. You're welcome to stay here. When you're ready, inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower. Standing leg locked. Take a breath. Kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. This is a great way to stretch your calf and Achilles. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day, elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right foot. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your left leg up. You can point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here or start to round down, maybe an inch or two. And eventually, see if you can pick up your left foot. You're also welcome to lift your knee higher into your chest so you don't have to round down so much. Use the muscles on your standing leg to keep the joints and bones stable. So lifting everything up, contracting the muscles. When you're ready, inhale, lift your left leg up. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back. If your right knee is bending and wobbling a lot, think about lifting your hips up. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching, feeling on the backs of both legs, maybe even a cramp on your thigh as the hip flexor turns on, up your chest and bend elbows down. Notice if the elbows are going out and the shoulders are tensing up. Bring the elbows in, shoulders down, chest down. One day elbows go below the calf muscle. Change, slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend, or an even, Second set, shift your weight to your left leg a little faster. Lock your left leg, lift your right leg, flex your toes back, round down, pick up your right foot, all 10 fingers interlock, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, exhale, bend elbows down. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time, eventually reversing out step by step. Good for you. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, round down, pick up your foot. They don't do this posture in a lot of styles of yoga because it's really hard, but I like that we do it because it's kind of ridiculously hard, right? So you have to kind of let go of your ego when you're ready. Lift your left leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Just to get to this point took me about 5 years. Elbows go below calf muscles. Tuck your chin to your chest. Putting forehead to knee took another year or two, right? Eventually, forehead to knee, hold and breathe, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, take your time as you reverse out. Good for you. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana, feet together, bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling, bring your hand out to the right, give yourself a high five for practicing yoga. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger, left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch out, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. Take your time, look straight ahead, slide the left shoulder forward, relax the right shoulder back. Breathe. At first, you just want to find a place where you can balance, breathe, and back bend. Keep your chin and chest lifted. Keep the back bend and start to come down parallel to the floor. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up. Other side, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, thumb with your index finger, right arm up, left hip forward, thighs together. Squeeze your right thigh, point your left toes, lift your chin, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously charge your body forward. All 5 fingers together, thumb with index finger, palm of right hand faces the floor. Get your right arm exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower, standing leg locked. Slide the right shoulder forward, relax the left shoulder back, breathe through your nose, and come down. Body down to parallel, big toe to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up, and take a breath, hold still. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot, left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. When you feel an imbalance, you just hold. Rather than overcorrecting, you just hang out, and then once you've got your balance again, then you come down. Body down to parallel, big toe to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Kick yourself up with control. It's the kick that really helps you stay in control. Bring your left hand up, out to the left. Reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot, at the ankle, knees together, right arm up. Walk your right leg, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Make sure you're still breathing in and out through the nose, right? In Instagram culture, sometimes we like hold our breath and fold ourselves into a pretzel, and it looks really cool, but it's not really yoga, right? You want to find a place where you can breathe in and out through your nose. Slowly come down, body down, leg up, charge your body forward, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up with control. And come to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana, balancing stick, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, and stretch up. Step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch, and tilt, like a slow moving seesaw. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor from the side. Body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, left foot down, right foot back, stretch up, step your left foot forward. Shift your weight to your left foot like you're on a balance beam, stretch up, and tilt. So even though it's a short posture, you want to go into it slowly with control. Slowly chest down, chin forward, leg up, charge your body forward, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, hold still, take a breath. So we're learning to treat everything in our yoga practice as part of our practice, even stillness in between postures. Second set, arms overhead, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross them, stretch up, step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch up, point your left toes and tilt. So more like a balance beam and less like a tightrope, right? You are evenly distributing your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor of your toes. Chest down, chin forward, leg up, stretch, change, left foot down, right foot back, stretch up, step your left foot forward, stretch, and tilt. Shoulder blade scapula stretching away from the body. Think like a human tug of war, and you're the rope. Chest down, chin forward, leg up, stretch and stretch and stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. Come to the top of your mat. You can face the long side of your mat for the next three postures. I will face you. Standing, separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Vikaptapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 4 feet minimum. Big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Grab your heels from behind. You can't grab your heels, you can grab the outsides of your feet. And don't be afraid to take a smaller or bigger step, right? Depending on your body proportions and where you're tight, a bigger or smaller step might help you grab your feet. If you have tight knees and hamstrings, especially in the first set, you can start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward, find your edge, lift your hips up, push your knees back, pull and stretch, lock your legs. Change, come on up, take your time, flat back as you lift. Triangle Trikanasana, turn your right foot out, turn it out a half inch more. Most folks want to take a wider step. Inhale, bend your right leg and lunge, sit as low as you can, lean back and move your arms at the same time. Elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingertips between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, breathe through your nose. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Now turn and twist. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, lunge. You can always take a bigger or smaller step if it helps you to bend your left knee more. Keep your right leg locked and move your arms, elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingertips between your big and second toe, never quite touching the floor. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, open through your chest. When you reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, sit down more, stretch up more, turn and twist, lock your right leg, right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, standing, separate leg, head to knee. Pivot on your heels, Janu Shavasana. Turn your back left toes in, press your left hip forward, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. This is a rounded spine posture, and it's one to be a little cautious of if you have a achy back today or a history of slip disc. Eventually, you're going to round your spine so much that your forehead and knee touch. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. To get your forehead and knee closer together, you can try taking a bigger or smaller step. You can bend your front leg and really push the floor away from you, so eventually knee and head come together. You're rounding your whole upper body over half of your lower body. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, left hip forward, full stop at the top. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels, make sure you still have at least a yardstick between your heels. Turn your back toes in, move your right hip, right shoulder forward, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down, vertebra by vertebra. Take your time, feel your back move, chin to chest, abdomen. Again, you can take a bigger or smaller step or bend your front leg that helps you touch your knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, stomach in, breathing normal. If rounding your back this much does not feel good, don't force it. You can flatten out your back a little bit and touch stomach to thigh. Eventually, stomach comes off the thigh, forehead comes to knee. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, full stop at the top. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, arms over your head, stretching, Paschimottanasana. Step your right foot to the right, a bigger or smaller step. You can turn your toes in or have your toes point forward. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. So sometimes a wider step helps us touch our head to the floor, but with too wide of a step, we lose control of the legs, right? So if your knees are bending a lot, try taking a little bit of a smaller step. Pull, keep pulling, keep stretching, roll forward. Take a slow inhale through your nose. And on the exhale breath, pull and stretch. Try to touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Good, change. Slowly come up with a flat back, legs locked. Good. Triangle, Trikanasana. Turn your right foot out. Turn it out a ½ inch more. Take a bigger step. Bend your right leg, sit as low as you can. Notice if your knee is going to the left of your ankle. You want your knee over your ankle. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Now let's say the knee is going way beyond the ankle. Take a bigger step, right? You want your knee directly tracking with your ankle. Let's say you can't get your thigh parallel to the floor yet. That's really normal, right? Have just the wrist or forearm in front of the knee, so you're not all the way lifted, but you're not collapsing all the way down, right? You want one long connected line from your ankle, through the hip, through the shoulder, to the crown of your head. Look up, stretch up, turn, and twist. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Let's say you're having trouble keeping this right leg stable. Try to squeeze your heels together. Feet stay in place, but that's the inner thigh strength we want to engage. Keep squeezing the right quadricep muscle. Sit down more, chest up more, abdomen in, look up, connect to your breath, turn and twist, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, arms up, pivot, Shavasana, head to knee, turn your back toes in, press your left hip forward, right rib cage back, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, exhale through your nose and go down. Pull the abdomen in as you exhale, round your spine, again, never forcing your body. Eventually, forehead and knee touch. Front side compression, throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, stomach in, breathing normal. Touch your exactly forehead and knee together. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, arms beers, head up last. Pivot on your heels, I'm gonna face you. Another trick, make sure your heels are in line, but not crisscross. That'll make it hard to balance. Turn your back toes in, press your right thigh forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your front foot all the way down. Balance challenge, keep your hands together, just be on the big and second toe. Push your biceps into your ears so it's a little hard to hear me.
Round your spine up toward the ceiling, touch your forehead and knee together, and on the exhale, engage your abdominal wall even more. Push forehead into knee, walk both legs, hands together, change, keep your hands together all the way up.
Head up last, very nice. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, float your arms down. Come to the middle of your mat, we're gonna float tree pose to toe stand. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right foot off the floor, turn your knee out to the right. We're training our hips and knees to sit in lotus pose one day. At first, you can have your foot on your ankle, shin, your knee, your thigh, eventually feel the costume. Let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Right hand up to the center of your chest, and if you can balance left hand. Option to stay here in tree pose or flow to another fun posture called toe stand. Hold forward, hands to floor. You want to lean into your arms, almost like you're going to do a handstand. Lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. All of the weight is in your arms as you sit. So it makes it a beginner-friendly version of the posture. The weight is not in our knee when we sit down. If you can sit down, walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Make sure you're having fun. Left hand, right hand, spine straight. Come a half inch off your heel. If you can, you must. Yeah, when you're ready, hands to floor, lift your hips up. You can come up on 2 feet or press your hips forward to reverse out. Good, change. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up. Feel the costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly, gently let your left knee drop into a half lotus shape, never forcing your body. And this side might feel different than the other side. Me too, that's okay. Left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand. But if you're like me and your foot falls, hold on to your foot the whole time. It's better for opening the hips and knees. Option to stay here or flow to toe stand, fold forward. Hands to floor, lean forward, lean in like Sheryl Sandberg, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back, point your left toes, left hand, right hand, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Every day's a little different. That's what makes it so fun. When you're ready, hands to floor, change, lift your hips up. You can always come up on 2 feet or press your hips forward to reverse out. Good. Left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. I'm gonna adjust our camera angle a little bit. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So I don't know if you guys could hear at the beginning of class, but my next door neighbors, the people across the halls from me, are like ripping up their floors and like, you know, doing a total renovation, I think, to sell their unit. And this is a very old building, and the way that the pipes work are like, I can hear my downstairs neighbor's television in my bathroom because of the pipe. And then I can hear the neighbors across the hall. I can hear their work in my bedroom because of the pipe. And even though they're across the hall from me, it literally felt this morning like they were in my bedroom. Like it was so loud. And I think about that with the human body as well. We are connected. Our different, like, you know, nerves, bones, skin, joints, muscles are piping, right? It's all interconnected. So sometimes when you have a tight neck, you feel it in your hip. Or when you have a tight knee, you actually end up overcorrecting and putting too much weight in your ankle or whatever it is, right? So just keep that in mind. Sometimes if I notice like my shoulder's really hurting, I'm like, okay, but like what's going on in this part of my body, right? Because different areas are interconnected, and it's rare just to have an injury, like let's say in your elbow, that's purely about your elbow, right? It's usually about some other part of the body that maybe you were overcompensating for, or how you were carrying yourself, where you carry your purse, or how you sit at work. All of these things kind of affect our body in sometimes unexpected ways. Pavana Uttasana, when you're moving pose, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and breathe. Always connecting back to the breath. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Pull down, opening through the hip. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a really big hug for coming to class. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and hold still.
Eventually, or in the future, when the bone, joint, skeletal system has improved, the whole spine, from coccyx to the neck, will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. Take a breath. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder. Do try to keep the left side of your body on the floor. Notice if you're leaning like way to the right, try to keep left shoulder, left sit bone, left thigh down. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. If you have an anteriorly rotated pelvis and your right calf muscle is coming off the floor, you can flex your right toes back to anchor the right leg down. Otherwise, keep both feet nice and relaxed. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other. Give yourself another big hug, maybe other elbow on top. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor, and then tuck your chin in a little bit so you feel your neck spine lengthen. Think about creating a little bit more space between each and every vertebrae. Change, arms down and eyes open. Take a breath. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, turn, lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders so your elbows point up. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only. Elbows stay bent. Hug your arms into your sides. Roll your shoulders back and down. Keep your fingers pointing forward. Stretch your big toes to the back wall. Lock your legs. Push your feet down, hips down, hands down. Look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good. Change. Slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat. Arms down, palms face the ceiling. Toes together, heels fall open. So through yoga, we gain a little bit more self-awareness of our body. And sometimes this also means that we gain a little bit more self-awareness of like imbalances in our body or even like aches and pains in our body. Second set, bring your chin forward, place your hands flat on the floor, fingers below the shoulders. So from a bird's eye view, I can't see your fingernails. Zip up your legs, lock your legs, look up and lift. Place your hands flat on the floor. So you want to use a little bit of hand strength here. Push the hands down, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, push your feet, hips, and hands down. Keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. So you're not dropping your head all the way down, but you're also not jamming it all the way back. Towards the end, lift your chest, feel the back muscles strengthen. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels follow them. And sometimes in this process of self-discovery, it can be difficult to discern like the root of a problem, right? So when I was bartending, a few of you will enjoy the story. When I was bartending, I had this huge shoulder issue that I thought was coming from yoga. And then I actually realized it was from working football Sundays in an upstairs bar where to pour a draft of beer, I had to reach my arm up and pull the lever down over and over again. And it eventually led to like a huge shoulder issue. I was noticing it in yoga because that's the time where you're really bringing your arms over your head, but it wasn't a yoga injury, right? But that's where I was noticing that problem was in my yoga practice. Bring your chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. One day, pinky fingers touch. Spread your fingers wide, locust, lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Press the shoulders down, roll forward, lift your thigh. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Press the shoulders down, keep the triceps tight, spread your fingertips wide. Squeeze your left butt cheek, lock your left leg. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer, spread your fingers wide, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, roll forward, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. You want to find your tipping point where you just like fall forward. Press the forearms and hips together, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down, bring your arms out. Look to the right, left ear on your mat. And yoga injuries do exist. Sometimes we get injured in our practice as well. But sometimes we just happen to like start noticing those things when we practice, especially in a sequence like 26 and 2, where it's the same every time, right? Because then you start to notice like, this posture felt okay today, but it didn't yesterday. Why is that, right? The posture didn't change, so something else had to have been up. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you, spread your fingers wide. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up, keep your hip and forearm in contact. So your two hips are even, sole of your right foot flat to the ceiling, stretch your big toe back, change, right leg down. Relax right leg, walk left leg, point left toes, lift your left leg up. Triceps tight, shoulders down, jaw relaxed. Stretch your big toe back, lengthen to lift, lift your thigh, change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down, neck long, mouth down, squeeze your buns, lock your legs, point your toes, lift both legs up, roll forward, knees, feet together. It's so hard. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down, bring your arms out, look to the left and let that one go. You get a nice rush of blood through the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, and the fingertips, especially with an elevated heart rate. Get a nice rush of blood through the arms. Sometimes the release from a posture is as therapeutic as the posture itself. Pranayama, full locust, chin forward, bring your arms out to the side, like airplane wings, feet together, toes and heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift. Everything lifting off the floor. So in cobra pose, we lifted the chest. In locust pose, we lifted the legs. In full locust, we're lifting the chest and legs at once, lifting everything off the floor. This posture is so good for strengthening your back muscles. Keep the neck in line with the rest of your spine. Lock your legs, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to your right, left ear on your mat. So when you do notice a disturbance in the force, right, that could be like a physical pain or maybe even like an emotional, psychological, or spiritual pain that is coming out in your yoga practice, notice what postures seem to help with it and what postures seem to exacerbate that, right? And the postures that feel good or make you feel good after class, even if they're a little hard when you're doing them, those are the ones to dig into. And the ones that you're like, you know what, this is kind of making the problem worse, those are the ones to ease off or even skip entirely for a while, right? Not forever, but for a while. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. I think we most get into danger in yoga and probably in life as well when we make always or never statements. Like I can always do this posture or I could never do this posture. Usually truth is somewhere in the middle. Sometimes I can't do it for a day, a week, a month, or a year, or sometimes I do a posture for 5 years and then I realize, ooh, didn't feel good today, right? Lock your legs, point your toes, lift your chest up, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left. But the always and never statements are where we get hurt or where we miss an opportunity for growth, or we miss an opportunity to realize that we've changed, right? Dhanurasana, floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Roll forward, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrists straight, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and lift. So in Cobra, we lifted the chest. In Locust, we lifted the legs. In Full Locust, we lifted the chest and legs together. And in Bow Pose, we are connecting the hands to the feet. So now it's an even deeper back bend, a deeper opening through the chest. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, lower down, look to the left. So the order of those postures is super smart as far as spinal mobility and spine strength. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up. This next sequence is also pretty intelligent in design. We're going to start with fixed firm. I'm showing you from the side. Open your knees, open your feet, point your toes back rather than out or in. Option to stay here or walk your hands back. Now for my friends with tight knees, ankles, or toes, this can be a tough one, right? You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. Eventually sitting between your heels, doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If you can sit between your heels, put your hands on your feet. Right elbow, left elbow, head to floor, tuck your chin in, put shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and fold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch, but never a point of pain. Often folks who can't go very far into this posture are the ones who are receiving the most benefits, right? Because you have the most to gain just by stretching out the lower body joints. Change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up with control. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. And as you release out of the posture, you get a nice rush of blood to the lower body, right? Blood rushing to the hips, the knees, the ankles, and the toes. Second set often feels different because we've already done it once. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. I was talking to somebody in Nashville who said their 60-minute version of this class only does one set of this posture. And I was like, no, 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 get your money back. Open your knees, open your feet. Option to stay here or walk your hands back. This is like one of the most important postures to do 2 sets of, because we get that rush of blood in between, right? Eventually sit between your heels. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Put your hands on your feet, right elbow, left elbow. Drop your head back, head to the floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor. Arms over your head, grab your elbows, each other, hold and breathe. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath. I love to play the game Big Buck Hunter, for those of you that are familiar with it. And I think of like in yoga and the sequence of yoga, like the big buck postures, like the postures that are like worth the most amount of points, like you want to do 2 sets of them, or like half moon, standing head to knee, standing bow, triangle, all of the spine strengthening series, pretty much all the fixed firm series, right? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. If I had to choose, probably cobra, bow, fixed firm, and then camel and rabbit. Half tortoise, Ardha Krimasana, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. So now the hips are on the heels. It might be a little bit more accessible, but we're still stretching through the toes, the ankles, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. And rather than back bending, we're doing a nice long neutral spine. Even your neck is neutral. So chin a little forward, arms a little forward, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change, come on up, take your time. Arms down, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath, always connecting back to the breath. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat, sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and fold. Hinge at your hips, squeeze your feet together for control. Try to keep your hands together, it's so hard. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Good, change, come on up, biceps and ears. Very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So some people say that we do the whole standing series just to be able to do the floor series. Like the standing series is a warm-up and the floor series is the real yoga. And beyond that, a lot of people say that we pretty much do all of the postures just to be able to do these next 2, our deepest back bend and our deepest rounded spine posture. So going from true compression to the spine to true extension to the spine with some sit-ups in between. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Here we go, the highlight of your Friday, Camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between knees and feet. Put your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Press your hips forward, keep your eyes open. Look up, lift your nose and chin. One day, let your head drop back all the way. Option to stay here, or keep your hands on your back, go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back. Change, put your hands on your back, press yourself up. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. It is one of the great cosmic paradoxes of yoga. You will feel more and you will suffer less. So in this posture, you might feel a lot. Please notice the difference between just feeling your feelings versus suffering, right? And they're a little different. Sometimes you cry in this posture, sometimes you laugh in this posture, but it's a little different from suffering, right? It's just feeling. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So when we open the front of our body, we stimulate the nervous system, which sometimes leads to like involuntary responses, which are called emotions. Open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, put your hands on your back, elbows together, look up, look back. One day head goes back, one day go back halfway. Eventually in the future, grab your heels. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle opening through the front of the body, healing compression to the spine, never a point of pain. Change, put your hands on your back, press yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around. So when we open the front of our body where our organs and glands lie, sometimes our central nervous system gets a little nervous, pun intended, and then we start to feel things, right? However, when we close the front of our body and protect all the organs and glands, our central nervous system knows that it's safe. So after a deep stimulating back bend, we always do a rounded spine posture to calm, cool, and soothe the body. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, rabbit pose. Make L's with your hands, like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Chin to chest, round your spine, forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Sometimes this is enough. When you're ready, pull on your heels and lift your hips up. You're never like forcing the body. This feels like your back is tugging or pulling. Keep your hips on your heels and eventually lift the hips up. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, round your spine. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl. Head up last, very nice, turn around. Savasana. Just want to let everything stretch out and realign to the floor. Let the floor hold you up. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat, second set rabbit. Let's hop to it. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. This is articulation of the spine and the true sense of articulation, right? You're gonna feel each part of your back moving, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Connect to your breath. Finish strong. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. One set of head to knee with stretching. Right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs make an L. Shavasana, head to knee. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, stretch up, lengthen the side torso. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, put your exactly forehead and knee together. You can bend your right leg as much as you want to touch your knee and head together. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot. Flex your toes back. It's a really great way to stretch the calf and Achilles, elbows down, stomach in. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Whenever I see professional baseball players who hurt their Achilles, I'm always like, should have done head to knee pose. A little bit goes a long way. If your forehead and knee touch easily with a bent leg, see if you can straighten or even lock your leg. Bend elbows down, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, leg down and sit up. I'm going to show you Paschimottanasana stretching from the side. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. Rather than rounding your spine, think about arching your spine. Rather than touching forehead to knee, imagine you're going to hook your ribs over your knees. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. Eventually, legs straight, stick your butt out and see if you can lock your legs. Pop up your chest and fold. Stomach to thighs, pull. Chest to knees, stretch. One day, toes and head touch. Good, change. Come on up, stay seated, spine twist. Identify your left and your right. Bend your left leg on the floor. Touch your right heel to your left knee corner. Right arm close behind you. Left arm up, lift up, and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand. You can also have your left leg long in front of you. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also reach behind you and catch your left thigh with your right hand for a half bind. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind. I'm going to show you from the front. You can have your right leg straight or your right leg bent. Touch left heel to right knee, left arm behind you, right arm up, and over. Push your knee out of the way. Grab your right knee with right hand. Inhale, stretch up, shoulders down. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. You can keep your hand behind you or reach behind you. Try to catch your right thigh with your hand. Keep your left foot down, right knee down, point your right toes. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. The paradox, right? You feel more, but you suffer less. So when you notice yourself feeling a lot in yoga, try to approach it with compassion rather than judgment. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. And when you do notice those moments when you're suffering on your yoga mat or outside of your yoga mat, always meet yourself with compassion like you would anyone else that you came across in pain, right? Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs, lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders down, spine straight. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five. Pat on the back, turn around, final Savasana. Close your eyes, open your arms and legs, take a breath. So self-care and community care go hand in hand. We become imbalanced when we are either fully focused on our community but not ourselves, or fully focused on ourselves but not our community. And I think yoga is a really wonderful way to both take care of yourself and expand your sense of consciousness, right? So if you gain empathy for yourself and patience for yourself, it's easier for you to be more empathetic, compassionate, and patient with others as well. Take an inhale through your nose, feel your chest rise. Exhale through your nose, let your shoulders fall. Be very careful what you tell yourself. Your thoughts are your prayers, and the universe only knows how to say yes.